Hi guys. So me and Jamie were just talking at school one day about really horrible movies, and like I was telling them about like some stupid Marley and Me movie. Not Marley and Me itself, but some other movie where like back cover said like Marley is back and she can talk. And I was like, why would you take such a sad movie and make a kids movie of it? Then Jamie told me something. They did the same thing, but with the Titanic. They made a Titanic cartoon. When I heard that, I was like,
oh yeah. You know what else you get free movies on?
I was like, I have to watch this. So let's jump right into the movie. I just wanted to, that this is probably the worst movie I've seen, and like, it's kind of like, it's not like The Room kind of bad. The Room is like funny and enjoyable because of how bad it is. But thinking that this like cartoon was based off of a movie that was based off of real life tragedy events, it's pretty insulting, and like to those who've been in the incident, it's just horrible. So when the movie begins, it begins with the Titanic sinking, and you see a bunch of random people on boats shivering and being sad. Except this crazy person, she's laughing for some reason. Then it goes to a scene with a girl on a train. Our main protagonist of this movie is Angelica, who's pretty much Rose, but a cartoon version. Nothing too interesting, but we see her on a train, and then you see that she has a stepmother, I guess, because she's looking for her mother, and two really bad stepsisters. Right away, this already looks like Cinderella, and I'm already face-palming. Anyway, so they're going aboard a cruise ship, which is the Titanic, and so we get a big scene of them like walking around doing stuff. Angelica drops her special necklace, which is picked up by these guys. Yeah. So like she's all like, whoa! And yeah. Then you see a scene with like mice and squirrels and other stupid animals climbing on board the Titanic. And then you realize that this movie is gonna have those stupid animal friends. I mean, this movie revolves a lot around the animal friends, and this I really hate because I don't care about animal friends. It's a Titanic. I mean, come on. I want a tragic story. By the way, I'm not going to examine every single detail. I'm just going to very skim over the movie and just tell you how horrible it is. I'm not going to like tell you the entire story. Anyway, so Angelica and them are on this boat thing, and she's being treated horribly and blah blah blah, Cinderella stuff. And then we get a long clip of their animal friends. Okay, they're not actually animal friends, they're just like mice and stuff, but still, the movie revolves around them a lot more than they should. So this mouse is about to get killed by like this cat, but then he's saved by a dog. And this happens.
For you, I would be now in someone else's digestion.
You know there's something you should know, so I'm gonna tell you so. Don't sweat it, forget it, enjoy the show. Working all day, now it's time to unwind. Kick back, relax, take a load off your mind. I'll be busting the moves and I'll be busting the rhymes. We'll be busting up laughing cause it's party time. Everybody's feeling fine cause it's party time. Party time, party time. Everybody's feeling fine cause it's party time. Party time, party time. Everybody's feeling fine cause it's party time.
When I first watched that part, I laughed so hard. It was awful. It made me so uncomfortable. Ugh. I mean, just thinking about it literally makes me want to burst out laughing. It's just so stupid. Then we're introduced to William, who's pretty much Jack, but he's not as important this time around. He's kind of just like a second main character type deal. Then anyways, Angelica and William bump into each other, and then William is a big creep and like grabs her hand really creepily even though they first met. He's such a big creeper in this movie. My god, what is he doing? Yeah, so he tells his like grandma or something about Angelica and how like cool she was and stuff, but he's just really creepy about it. So Angelica's on the deck with like a bunch of other people, and then like this girl's crying about her ball, and then William's all like, I'll save the day.
Yes,
Excuse me, madam. You were talking to a young lady. How can I find her?
I know she often comes out here for walks. Oh, I must go in now. It is chilly.
I just want to see her again. I have something to say to her.
Does our first officer have a problem?
Anyway, so Molly sings, and while she sings, William and Angelica meet again on the deck, and they dance awkwardly and to really awkward music. It's pretty hilarious. Yeah. Then, like, there's this thing going on where she needs a pretty dress, but she doesn't have a pretty dress, much like Cinderella. But then her, like, grandma or something, or not grandma, what am I talking about? Anyways, this old lady that she's friends with gives her a blue dress, and she's like, oh my god, thank you. She's pretty much the fairy godmother of this story. Then, like, so there's a scene where all the mice are trying to stop this cat from eating them. And then, after that, the stepsisters and the old lady come in. Well, not old lady, Angelica's mother. God, my language is horrible today. Anyways, so yeah, they step in, they find the mice, and one of the old ladies looks like she's stepping on the little pole there. I find that hilarious. Anyways, they find the mice, they freak out, and like this fat chick, she's like just freaking out, and she jumps on the thing like a retard. Why did she do that? She had absolutely no reason to do that. Anyways, that's pretty much the scene. Some bird who's friends with the mice and stuff gets Angelica. Why do I keep calling her Angela? Angelica's necklace back, and then Angelica's like, oh yay, thank you, and starts kissing that mouse and kisses a bird. Have you ever seen someone kiss a bird before? That's just weird. So anyways, that weird dance or ball or whatever you want to call it is finally going on. William's there, and he has no Angelica with him, so he's daydreaming about a montage of him and her moments together. Unfortunately, there's only been 2 scenes where they're actually together, so it's just a montage of like 2 scenes, which is ridiculously stupid. They only met twice. Then Angelica comes in the end anyways, like literally 2 minutes after the montage, so yeah, there's no point of that. And then Gaston realizes that Angelica has the montage, but William's all like, shh, no. And that like makes him shut up right away. Then they're dancing, and then Molly is awkwardly singing in the back. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal right now, but later it gets really hilarious. Not much to say about this scene, to be honest. I think it gets more exciting later, but I don't know. Oh yeah, what's up with this guy? He has orange hair and a black beard. When I saw that guy, I literally laughed out loud. So William and Angelica head back to the deck, and they start making out. And the entire cast of the cartoon is watching them. All the animal friends, her stepsisters, and like that old lady and that rapping dog, they're all there watching her. It's really weird. And yeah. What's taking that iceberg so long? And we get another stupid song by the Animal Friends. Oh god, why do they have to add songs into this? Like, come on, I don't want to listen to songs. And it's so stupid. This movie's awful. And the tunes they sing aren't even good or catchy. I can't imagine me singing It's Party Time for 10 hours straight.
Party time, everybody's feeling fine cause it's party time. Party time, everybody's feeling fine cause it's party time.
Nothing could prevent me from loving you. We'll find your parents too. I promise you.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Anyways, when we finally get signs of the iceberg, you see these two stupid sailors at the top. They're like, oh, look, there's icebergs. And he's all like, what? And then, like, there's nothing there. And then 2 seconds later, boom, giant iceberg. Like, why? How did that just appear out of nowhere? So they crash into the iceberg, and things finally get interesting. I did not edit that one part, by the way. That animation literally loops like 4 times. And there's a lot of looping animations in this scene. It's pretty hilarious. So Angelica and Old Lady realize that the Titanic is sinking, and then William's all worried about Angelica. So William to the rescue!
Get your life belt on. Yes, to the right, but you may find the corridors closed. No, just get back. You can't go through here.
If you look in the back of this scene, there are 2 old ladies walking and not moving anywhere. Yeah, it's hilarious. When I realized that, I was just laughing out loud so much. So all the sailor dudes are all getting all the women and children on the safety boats, and then Molly's still singing with horrible animation. It's freaking hilarious. And then like the boat are like going down, and it looks like it's made out of paper, and it's weird. It's really weird. And it replays that scene like 5 times. And Molly is still singing.
Come on! Let's go! Women and children!
But of course, this Titanic sinking scene wouldn't be complete if we didn't find out what happened to the animal friends. Oh, stupid animal friends. Hate you. And Molly sings the exact same song. And like, it plays so much. Won't you just learn a different song already? So Angelica and all those other characters are safe and sound on safety boats, while William's still in the Titanic. He tries to break through a window, but has a hard time because it's made out of Jello, but he prevails. Molly's still singing, by the way. Just letting you guys know that. William falls off of the Titanic and saves some kid. Another boat comes and William gives the boy to the boat so that he can be safe, while William is stuck on a log, well, a crate, and yeah, he like sinks or something. Angelica and this old lady have this discussion about like William. It turns out that William is pretty much Angelica's adopted sister, because the old lady is revealed to be her mother. And yeah, this comment. Just read it. Pause the video. Read it. So Angelica looks for William, and they see an orange-haired guy, which turns out just to be the orange-haired, black-bearded man. So Angelica's like, "Oh, it's not him," and like, though she like doesn't care. They bring him back, but she really didn't care. The animal friends saved this chef guy who they had trouble with early on in the movie, but I skipped that part because it's really not important, and I could care less about the animal friends. However, it's a cartoon, so it's gotta have a happy ending. Angelica and the sailor dudes find William, they save him, and hooray time, yay! And then it's the end of the movie, but then we get this.
Wait a minute, where are you going? The movie isn't over yet. Don't you want to know what happened to everybody?
I never bothered watching that part of the movie because I really don't care what happens to any of these characters. I was hoping William would die so it would like resemble the Titanic, the actual movie, and so it would be tragic, because I mean, the Titanic is a tragic incident, and what most people got from the movie Titanic was how shocking and how horrible the incident was. What I got from this movie was how happy ending, how windows were made out of Jello, and how there were singing dogs and a bunch of other animal friends on the Titanic. And this crazy girl who won't stop singing one song. That's what I learned. I don't know what you learned, but that's what I learned. I learned everything was happy. And no one died. That's what I learned. I don't know about you.